Jade, I come to return your items.
Okay, thanks, but wouldn't you be needing it anymore?
Well, Jade, you know that I'm seeing someone, and I really have been thinking about moving in with him.
Okay, but do you think it is wise to live together without getting married first?
Personally, I don't see marriage as a big deal. I think marriage is just a piece of document that a person walk around with. Adam and Eve didn't have any document.
No, but they were legally married.
Why do you say that?
Well, first let's understand what is marriage. One dictionary definition of marriage says the formal union of the man and a woman by which they become husband and wife. The Bible's definition of marriage is a divine institution authorized and established by Jehovah God in Eden. There's a scripture I would like to read, and it is found at Genesis chapter 3, verses 22 to 24. And I will read. It reads, and Jehovah God proceeded to build a rib that he had taken from the man into a woman, and to bring her to the man. Then the man said, this is at last bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, because from man this one was taken. That is why a man will leave his father and his mother, and he must stick to his wife, and they must become one flesh.
Jade, I don't see anything about wedding in the scripture.
Okay, well, let's take a closer look. One, notice it was Jehovah himself, the universal sovereign, who brought Adam and Eve together. So it was not a mere fact that two people just deciding for themselves to live together, but it was a union that Jehovah God brought into effect.
So it's really God who brought them together. But I never really thought about this.
Okay. Two, the scripture highlighted a man will leave his father and his mother and will stick to his wife, and they will become one flesh. So this emphasizes the permanency that Jehovah has placed on his union. Also at Matthew chapter 19 verse 6, Jesus in part said, what God has yoked, let no man put apart.
Yes, this makes sense, but I still don't see the need to get married.
Okay, well, let's look at another scripture at Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, and I would like you to read please.
Further, God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and become many, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have in its subjection the fishes of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and every living creature that is moving upon the earth.
Okay, so truly we note in the beginning of the verse, God blessed Adam and Eve. So here the blessings of the highest legal authority, Jehovah God, was pronounced upon the union. And fourth, it was only after the blessings then they were given authority to have sex. And they were also given an assignment that would fill their lives with meaning. And that assignment was to fill the earth and subdue it.
So Adam and Eve were legally married then. Is that what the scripture is saying?
Yes, definitely. So do you see the importance of marriage and the need for Jehovah's blessings?
Yes, Jade, I do. Now I am really seeing marriage in a different way. One is that I will want for myself. One, in union. One, a union. Two, become one flesh. Three, to have God's blessing. Four, to fulfill my assignment. Jade, I thank you for this information.
Well, I'm glad that I was helpful, but always keep in mind that those were the formalities of the first wedding in Eden.